hope you all are doing great. Thank you for joining me. So today's reading is how do they view you? Sorry about that. So the person on your mind, how do they view you? And any other messages that come out, all right? And we have 3 groups for you to choose from. We have group 1, the black obsidian, group 2, the amethyst crystal, and group 3, the pink agate crystal. 1, 2, and 3. If you do want to pause the video so you can take some time to choose your group, feel free, but I shall see you all in your readings. Hi, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the first group, the black obsidian, then this reading is for you. The person on your mind, how do they view you? I'll start off with your tarot cards. So we have 4 of Wands in reverse, and we also have the 7 of Swords upright. So this person that you're asking about, they view you as very smart and strategic. For some of you, they view you as not trustworthy. This could be purely because they can think that you aren't really forthright, maybe when it comes to them, or maybe you hold back. Maybe, it feels like because they see you as quite smart and strategic, maybe you don't talk or say as much as you notice, and that could make this person feel as if you're not honest or you're not forthright, but that's just you being maybe what's the word I'm looking for, observing, yeah, being, I don't know what the right word is, but you just being aware, or yeah, observational, yeah, that's the word, observational, yeah. So but at the same time, they feel like you're actually quite direct with other people, just not them, which could make them feel quite insecure as well. For others, though, this is because they feel you don't make a lot of effort with them. So that could be another reason why they view you as not trustworthy. So it doesn't really feel concrete, just them making an assumption. Please forgive my speech today. My body is messed up, honestly, guys. Okay, so please bear with me. Okay, I know I could. Yeah. Anyways, please bear with me if I start like mumbling and stuff. Anyways. So yeah, it just kind of feels like this person that you're asking about, they're in their feelings when it comes to you. So they are making some assumptions when it comes to you, but they do view you as someone who's very confident, but an underachiever in their mind, but it feels like that may not be true though. It feels like this person could be projecting. Again, it feels like they're in their feelings. So it's just like, okay, I'm going to believe what I want to believe or what I need to believe about this person to make me feel better. So they also view you as having an unhappy home life. They think that you're not supported by the people around you, or maybe you just don't have that much support around you, or that you just don't get a lot of support. They almost view you as this lone ranger, this lone wolf. They also feel as though you rejected them, so they do view you as someone who has turned them down. They view you as successful as well, but almost as if you didn't have to work hard for it, in their opinion. So I don't know, it feels like they could be a bit of a hater. They could be a bit salty. It's like they can see you getting somewhere in your life, like they can see you achieving something, they can see you as successful, or they just see you as better off than you were before, and in their mind it's like, oh my god, this person, it comes so easy to them. It doesn't even seem like they're trying so hard, but yet they get everything. So it almost feels like this person is a bit salty. Um, so yeah, for whatever reason, they feel like you didn't work hard for your success or, to be where you're at right now. It feels like in their mind as well, they view the opportunities that you've had or that you have as like they were just given to you, sort of thing. They also view you as doubtful. This feels in general. It doesn't really feel like they think you're doubtful of them or yourself, though. Maybe you're just very questioning, like maybe you question things a lot. So maybe you just don't take things for face value, or it's like if someone said the sky's like orange, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, the sky's orange. You're gonna do your own research. So yeah, I don't know. They just view you as really smart, and you just don't. Um, I don't know how. Yeah, yeah. You just don't really follow along blindly with certain things. For some of you, they view you as pessimistic. So that could be what the doubtful energy is about as well. Or it could be separate from what I just said previously. They also view you as unwelcoming, maybe not very friendly as well. For some of you, you could have quite a serious resting face. So that, I mean, especially if this person doesn't know you that well, so that could be why they view you as unwelcoming. They also view you as quite intimidating. They also view you as someone that people or they are not very friendly with or welcoming to. And they think of you as someone they wouldn't like to move forward with as well. They think you have, an inflated ego in their opinion. They really do think you are this lone wolf and not part of a team. But the thing is, they don't view you as someone who doesn't want to be a part of a team, though. It feels like they view you as someone who's on a path where you can't really be a part of a team, where you can't really take people with you, or or it's something you just have to travel alone. So yeah, they could view you as being on a bit of a solo journey right now. They do view you as unsuccessful in some area of your work. Like in their opinion, they feel like something is currently not really working out for you, but not that you're unsuccessful in general. Like it just feels like in their opinion they feel like something's not working out for you, and it makes this person a bit happy, unfortunately. But again, that could just be them projecting. Again, they could just be in their feelings. So it's just like, okay, I hope this person isn't doing well in a certain area of their life or their work. But again, it just doesn't really feel concrete. And for whatever reason, they feel like people don't want to work with you as well. They view you as someone who could potentially stab not them in the back, but stab other people in the back. They feel like you have this side of you that maybe is a bit savage. They also view you as hiding something from them. Quite similar actually to this fox. He's hiding the seventh sword. And they also view you as very aware as well. Again, like this fox right here, do you see how he's like sleeping with one eye open? Like they view you as very aware. Like they see you as someone who's on your game. They also view you as a risk. Like for whatever reason, they view you as someone that poses a risk to them in some way. For some of you, for whatever reason, they feel like your independence is a risk for them. But at the same time, it's weird because this person also views you as someone that they can manipulate, or this is just something that they are hoping that they can do, or something that they want to do. Like this is someone who feels like they can pull on your heartstrings almost, like if they were to tell you a sob story, that you would kind of like rush in and help them. So in that perspective, they do feel like they can manipulate you. They also think that you don't like them much. Like they think that you view them as an op. They don't necessarily view you as an op though. It mostly feels like they just view you as someone that they're really hurt by. Again, they're in their feelings, this person. It feels like they spy on you quite often too. So it's like they view you as one of their targets. Target is definitely the wrong word. But you're definitely one of the people they keep tabs on. Yeah, that's a better word. So yeah, they also view you as imaginative, especially in a resourceful way. And they do view you as a bit heartless as well at times, or someone who can just be very cold. And they view you as someone who could potentially be a liar. And again, it doesn't feel concrete. But there's a part of them that really wants to believe that you are, a liar. So they also view you as someone that is plotting, like you always have some tricks up your sleeves. Or you're always looking out for what's next. They also view you as having a lot of people who may not like you. But again, it doesn't even really feel true. It just feels like that's just what they want to think. They want to think that about you. But again, it just feels like it's them being real salty. So we have self-confident. Yeah, so they definitely view you as very confident. And they also view you as independent as well. We also have unfriendly. Yeah, so they do view you as a tad bit unfriendly. But they feel like you're quite unfriendly in general, like not just towards them. So we also have frank. So they could view you as quite blunt. Not harsh though. Like it's like they view you as someone who speaks the truth, but a part of them also wants to believe that you're dishonest. Like this could be referring to, very different parts of your life. Like, say, for example, if someone came to you with their issues, maybe you would be quite frank with them. You'll be quite blunt. You don't beat around the bush. But maybe in some other area of your life, they view you as dishonest and a liar. But again, this is not something they feel or know for sure. This is something that feels certain to them, But the other things, it just feels like they want to believe that about you. For some of you, they could have been told those things about you. We have loud. I don't know why this is coming out as loud music. For some of you, they could view you as enjoying loud music. Do you have more from that card? Okay. For some of you, this is more so like bold. They could view you as quite bold. Do you have more from that card? And if it resonates, they could view you as having a loud voice as well. We have perfectionist. So they view you as a perfectionist as well. We also have extravagant. So they view you as quite extravagant, a wee bit materialistic with this King of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. They just feel like you're quite blessed to be able to be extravagant, So we have give it to God. So they also view you as quite blessed. They also view you as being healed as well. They really do view you as being divinely supported. We also have key, seek no further, your aha moment is at hand. So they also view you as having had a realization about them. Yeah, they definitely view you as very smart. Very switched on, very clued up, Do you have more from this card? They also view you as someone who has great ideas. And finally, we have transformation. Yeah, they view you as having changed. They view you as having transformed as well. But for some of you here, it feels like they feel like you haven't transformed in a positive way. It feels like they feel like you've transformed in a negative way. They just kind of feel like you're too into yourself, or, whatever that may be with this Queen of Wands being in reverse. Yeah, they view you as like being a bit egotistical, or having transformed into this egotistical kind of person. But anyways, that is all I have though for this group. I do hope it can make sense. I do hope it could be helpful. Sorry, one second. But yeah, that is all I have for you. I do hope it can make sense, okay? Please take care of yourselves. Bye. Hi, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me. If you've chosen the second group, the amethyst in this reading is for you, the person on your mind. How do they view you? Before I start your reading, I just want to apologize beforehand because for my speech, because it may come out a bit slurred or like weird because my body is fucked up, you know? So I apologize, all right? But I do hope you can understand me still. Anyway, so the person on your mind, how do they view you? Nine of Wands reversed and the Ace of Cups upright. Okay. All right. So the person that you're asking about, they view you as giving up on a few different people in your life, them included. They view you as feeling defeated and done with someone's BS or just BS in general. You know, let me see. Yeah, they feel like you could be done with their BS as well. Um, they view you as really drained, or maybe you are just in a period of life where you were feeling really drained, but they also view you as getting your energy back. They see you as having very little patience these days. Maybe you used to have quite a bit of patience and now you're just like, forget that. And that's how they view you. They see you as so unbothered right now, you know, just over it. Them, life in general, or something you are more aware of. And they also view you as quite wounded, but at the same time, they also feel like you're just so freaking over being hurt all the time, you know? Maybe you're the type of person that's always there for people, you always come through for people, but I don't know, they kind of view you as being done with that, or maybe done with being so nice all the time, you know? They view you as bossing up, you know, and recalling your power almost. And they do see you as very guarded and taking a step back from them. This could also be referring to something else as well. Maybe you're taking a step back from other people in your life, but they also view you as not being able to learn a lesson in regards to them. It feels like you could know what this is, so if that doesn't resonate, then just, you know, feel free to disregard. They do view you as someone who can be a bit naive when it comes to them. They view you as stubborn, or that you're becoming more stubborn and more firm. Maybe you're kind of maybe you're honoring your boundaries a bit more now, or in their perspective you are. But at the same time, they obviously do view you as someone who is very kind, regardless of whether you're extending that to them right now or not, or whether you're in a kind mood or not. Like, they still view you as someone who is very kind and generous as well, you know? They do view you as kind of refusing to meet them in the middle. They also think that you are isolating yourself right now. They feel like in the past you were quite dedicated and determined with them, but they feel like you're falling back a little bit when it comes to that. But it feels like if this person disappointed you, it feels like they refuse to acknowledge that they disappointed you. Especially if this is someone who strayed. Yeah, so they don't really acknowledge that they disappointed you. They kind of just view the situation between the both of you as a setback. But it does feel like they are taking you seriously to a certain degree right now. But it feels like they may not respect it. It's like, okay, I respect it for a minute, but it doesn't feel like it's something they will continue to respect, if that makes sense. It's just like if you ask someone to put the toilet seat down, like, yeah, they may put the toilet seat down for, a week or a few days or maybe even a few weeks. But it's just like they'll go straight back to not putting the toilet seat down. So it could be that kind of energy to it. But yeah, instead, it feels like they view you as someone who failed them in some way, maybe because you refused to take a chance in some aspect. Or some of you here, you could have acted or made it clear that you don't need them. So that could also be why they view you as someone who failed them in some way. But anyways, they do view you as someone who perseveres, who comes out on top. They know that you are someone who's very blessed as well. They also view you as very fiery, very passionate, courageous. They also view you as about to accomplish something as well. And this could be finally moving on or finishing something. And I'm really sorry, I know, but for some of you here, it does feel like this person could hope you fail, but please only take that if it aligns with the past you've had with this person, their character as you've known it so far. But if it sounds like, oh my God, like, no, why would they feel like that? Then, just don't accept that message. But for some of you, they do hope you fail. But at the same time, this could be a positive or a negative. Maybe you want to do something that's not healthy and they hope you fail in doing that. So it could be something like that as well. So just please take what makes sense. They do view you as someone they love and someone they care a lot about, but they do feel as though they let you down. But this doesn't really feel like a heavy feeling. It just feels like, oh, I let this person down. Okay, what's next? Well, not what's next. That sounds a bit harsh, but it just feels like they may, feel like they let you down a little bit, but it's not. Yeah. But they may not feel like it's too much of a big deal, basically. But anyways, they do view you as happier or trying to be happier. They think that you are in a new relationship or that you soon will be in a new relationship. They view you as having this new beginning, even if it isn't referring to a relationship. And they do see you as someone who made them very happy. And they feel like you have something to celebrate, or you're soon going to have something to celebrate. Something to look forward to, maybe. But anyways, they do view you as loving and caring. They also view you as emotionally mature, or that you're trying to be emotionally mature. They do feel like you're quite sensitive and maybe an empath. But maybe they kind of feel like that part of you is kind of, it's like you're turning it off for a little while. So they could also view you as having a sharp tongue. So I don't know if this is like in general or if this is something, that's like recent. So we have thoughtful. So they do view you as very thoughtful. It's like they also view you as someone who remembers like, certain information about them and other people that kind of makes them or other people feel special. Maybe information that other people may, forget. It's like they could tell you something and then you can say it and they'll be like, you actually remember that, so it could so they view you as quite thoughtful in that way, but in other ways too, obviously. So we also have neat. So they also view you as quite cleanly, very neat, maybe tidy as well. This could be in reference to your home as well. We have particular. Yeah, so they do also view you as quite particular about certain things. They do view you as maybe picky as well for some of you guys. We also have reserved. Yeah, they view you as being more reserved. And this could be in general, like, for some of you, they could view you as reserved in general, but for others of you, they view you as being reserved, like, at this moment. We have serious as well. Yeah, they definitely view you as being in a more serious energy right now. They could feel like you're in a serious energy because of them. And we also have formal, so again, it's that kind of serious energy. So yeah, they view you as quite formal as well towards them. For some of you, this could be in general or towards them. So we have unconventional. Your unique qualities are an important part of who you are and your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from other people. So they do view you as very unconventional. They do view you as very unique as well. They kind of just feel like you do things differently than maybe what could be considered the norm. So we also have airplane, spread your wings and fly. So they view you as embracing your freedom. And for some of you here, they do view you as someone they want to travel with this Three of Wands and Star coming out at the bottom. But they view you as opening yourself up a bit more. Maybe being more true to yourself. And finally, we have Way of Faith. Let faith be your guide. So there was a similar message in group 1 as well, but they view you as being divinely guided. But yeah, that is all I have though for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it can make sense, be helpful. But I'm wishing you all the best, alright? Please take care. Bye. Hi, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the third group, the pink agate, this reading is for you, okay? So the person on your mind, how do they view you right now? Or in general, depending on who you're asking about. But we do have the Emperor reversed. And we do have the Justice card in reverse as well. Okay. So they view you as ambitious, but in their perspective, they view you as overly ambitious. This could be because you're just maybe more ambitious than them, you know, whether that's true or not, or it's just, you know, them and how they feel. They also view you as quite masculine as well, but they actually like this about you. They also view you as mature. They believe you would make a good parent. If any of you are parents right now, they believe you are good parents, or a good parent, should I say. They do view you as controlling. This may not be necessarily about, okay, you're controlling over people. This feels like you're controlling in general in their perspective, like you're controlling of maybe your environment, who you talk to, who you don't talk to. I don't know what you do. Maybe you just like to remain in control. It's like they view you as someone who likes to remain in control because you don't want anyone else to have that control over you, you know? Ow. They also view you as quite intimidating and powerful, depending on who this person is to you or what your relationship is like to them. They do want some type of revenge. They view you as someone who's not easy. It's like you're not gullible, you know? They also view you as very smart as well. They kind of just feel like it would be hard for someone or for them to pull the wool over your eyes or to get something from you, you know? They also see that you are assuming a masculine role for someone in your life, or you're just assuming a masculine, you know, energy, maybe for yourself if it's not in regards to someone else. But they do view you as quite demanding. They view you as a great leader. They view you as very protective as well. And this does feel like it is referring to someone in particular. So it feels like this person views you as both being fair and unfair at the same time. but they view you as mostly unfair when it comes to them. They also view you as quite selfish when it comes to them as well. They also think that you hate not being in control. I feel like I said that already, but they really feel like you hate not being in control, and they view you as undisciplined in some way. This could be in terms of relationships. This feels like it could be referring to something else as well. For some of you, this is like undisciplined in a way where you're not, let me see, what's the right word? Maybe you're just not consistent with something all the time. They also feel like you have a little structure. Yeah, they could feel like you have little structure in your life. But at the same time, they view you as someone that people can depend on. They also view you as a good dad. Even if you're a mum watching this, like you could just give off dad energy. And it's kind of funny because my little love said that to me before, like I'm more like a dad than a mum. So I don't know, maybe some of you can resonate with that. So they also view you as not respecting their authority. I mean, this could be authority in general. Um, but they view you as seeing yourself as the top authority, you know? Like they feel like you do have a lot of respect for yourself. They feel like you don't really have that much respect either for them or for like maybe people in general in their opinion. It's like they feel like you see yourself as powerful, you know? It's like they kind of view you almost as someone who wouldn't like bow down to anyone else. But for some of you, it's like it feels like they almost understand it's because of how maybe your life has, like, I don't know if it's your childhood, or just life in general. It just feels like they realize that you like to be in control, or you know, like to be in charge, or you stay in charge of yourself, because of, you know, past experiences. So it's almost like you're the only person qualified to lead you and to teach you, you know, if that makes sense. So yeah, they do view you as very independent, but at times irresponsible. They view you as very intelligent as well. They see you as a little vengeful too, like you're just not someone to fuck with. It just feels like they view you as someone who will get someone back if they were to mess with you in some way, you know? They do view you as dishonest. Why do they view you as dishonest? For some of you, Nine of Swords, they could view you as dishonest about any struggles you could be going through, whether that's, you know, mental health related or um yeah. They also think that you're trying to avoid them. But at the same time, they also see you as someone that they have been very dishonest with. But it feels like they're also avoiding taking accountability. It's like they would make excuses about it, you know? It's like I can be dishonest to this person or towards this person because of XYZ, you know? So yeah. So they also think that you are someone that hates injustice, especially towards yourself. They also think that you're dealing with bad karma or getting your karma, but I have to say it doesn't really feel like you are. It's just in their perspective. That's almost what they're hoping for. They also feel like you're someone who's quite a just person and maybe quite fair, but in ways at the same time unfair. I mean, again, this could be unfair towards them, but you're someone who's quite, just and fair. Let me see. Like maybe they view you as quite moralistic as well, But for whatever reason, they just feel like you've treated them unfairly. They also view you as not happy with them. And please only take this if it resonates, but for some of you here, they view you as someone who could possibly incriminate them. And again, please only take this if it makes sense, but for some of you, they also view you as someone who would be cool with doing illegal stuff. And for some of you, they view you as someone who stole from them. Yeah, they view you as someone who stole something physical from them. For some of you, it could be a person that they feel like you stole from them. So they could view you as a bit bored in your life right now, or they just view you as, yeah, bored in your life right now. Yeah, this feels like a current energy. They just kind of feel like you're bored right now in your life. They could view you as quite up and down as well, and quite hot and cold. So we have imaginative. So they view you as imaginative, creative. So yeah, they just feel like you have a very creative, imaginative mind. They also view you as someone who maybe likes fantasy, whether it's books or movies. So we also have frugal. I don't know if frugal is the right word, but they definitely view you as careful with your money. We have non-committal. Yeah, for some of you here, they definitely view you as not wanting to commit to anyone right now. We have ambitious, yeah, so they definitely view you as ambitious. We have busy. So they view you as too busy for them, but they don't view you as kind of like busy in general. And we also have competitive. So that was clarified by the Seven of Wands. They view you as someone they're in competition with. But for some of you, like, this also plays into your ambition. They feel like you're quite competitive with yourself. Not necessarily all the time, but yeah. Do you have more from that one? More from any of these? Okay. All right, so we have healthy communication in relationships, heart-to-heart discussions, and clear, assertive communication help you understand and to be understood. So they feel like you are a very good communicator as well. And they also feel like you're a very healthy communicator. We also have X, reunite with a lost aspect of your soul. So they view you as someone they've lost. They view you as someone who they won't be able to reconnect with again. Like, they could view the situation between you both as maybe a little bit hopeless. And finally, we have turn over a new page. Yeah, they view you as having turned over a new page in your life, you know? And exploring new things in your life. They view you as very different. You're definitely not the same person you used to be, and this person is definitely acknowledging that. But that is all I have for this group. I do hope it can resonate, make sense, be helpful, but I'm wishing you all the best, all right? Take care. Bye.